Want to know a secret weapon for landing high-paying clients without being salesy? It's not about flashy ads or complicated funnels. It's about telling a great story, specifically a case study. A well-crafted case study is more than just a testimonial. It's a powerful narrative that proves your value and convinces potential clients that you are the solution to their problems. Today, I'm going to walk you through, step by step, how to write a case study that sells your services almost instantly. By the end of this video, you'll have a repeatable framework you can use to turn your project successes into your most effective marketing tool. So, if you're a freelancer, consultant, or agency owner looking to build trust and attract better clients, you're in the right place. Let's get started. The first step, and arguably the most important, is to choose the right project. Don't just pick any project you've completed, you need to be strategic. Look for a project that has strong, measurable results. Think about clients who are thrilled with your work and where you can clearly demonstrate a before and after transformation. Did you help them increase revenue, cut costs, boost website traffic, or improve efficiency? The more concrete and quantifiable the results, the more powerful your case study will be. A project with vague outcomes like "the client was happy" won't have the same impact as "we increased their lead generation by 300% in 6 months." So, sift through your past work and identify 1 or 2 gold standard projects where the data tells an impressive story. This is the foundation of your entire case study. Once you've selected the perfect project, it's time to set the stage. You need to clearly describe the client's challenge. Before you can be the hero, you need a problem to solve. What specific pain points was the client experiencing before they hired you? Were they struggling with low sales, an outdated website, inefficient processes, or poor brand visibility? Don't just state the problem, paint a picture. Use emotive language to help the reader understand the frustration and the business impact of these challenges. For example, instead of saying, "their marketing wasn't working," you could say, "despite having a fantastic product, the client was struggling to reach their target audience, leading to stagnant sales and a growing sense of frustration as competitors pulled ahead." This context is crucial because it makes your solution feel that much more impactful when you introduce it. Now that you've established the problem, it's time to introduce the solution, your solution. This is where you detail the process you took to solve the client's challenge. Explain your strategy step by step. What was your approach? What specific actions did you take? This section is your chance to showcase your expertise and methodology. For instance, if you are a web designer, you might walk through the discovery phase, the wireframing, the design mockups, and the development process. If you're a marketing consultant, you could outline how you conducted market research, developed a content strategy, and executed the campaign. Breaking it down into steps makes your process transparent and easy to understand. It shows potential clients that you have a structured, thoughtful approach, which builds a massive amount of confidence in your ability to deliver. With the problem and solution laid out, we arrive at the climax of your story, the results. This is where you highlight the specific outcomes and improvements your work generated. Vague statements won't cut it here. You need to be specific. This is where those measurable results you identified in the first step come into play. The key is to use numbers, percentages, and hard data to show the impact of your work. For example, instead of saying "we improved their website traffic," say "we increased their organic website traffic by 150% in the first quarter." Instead of "we boosted sales," say "our campaign led to a 45% increase in online sales, generating an additional $50,000 in revenue." Numbers are convincing. They are objective proof of your value and make your success tangible. They transform your case study from a simple story into a compelling business case. Let's dig a little deeper into using data effectively. When you present your numbers, always tie them back to the original challenge. Show a clear cause and effect relationship. Because we redesigned their checkout process, the solution, their cart abandonment rate dropped by 30%, the result, directly addressing their issue of lost sales. This closes the loop and makes your story satisfying and persuasive. Whenever possible, include quotes from the client that reinforce these results. A quote like, "Working with them was a game changer. That 150% increase in traffic has completely transformed our lead flow," is incredibly powerful. It combines your hard data with social proof, creating an unbeatable combination that builds immense trust with your reader. Now, a common mistake is making case studies too long and technical. Remember, your potential client is busy. Your case study needs to be short, clear, and focused on the benefits. While it's good to detail your process, avoid getting lost in jargon or overly technical descriptions that your ideal client might not understand. Structure it for easy reading. Use headings, bullet points, and bold text to break up the content and highlight key information. Think of it like a highlight reel, not the full game tape. The goal is for someone to be able to skim it in 60 seconds and still grasp the core message. You understand their problems, you have a proven process to solve them, and you deliver incredible results. Always frame the information around the benefit to the client. To take your case study from good to great, you need to think beyond the immediate results. You should also share how the project positioned the client for long-term success. Your work didn't just solve a short-term problem, it created lasting value. Did your new system make them more efficient for years to come? Did the brand strategy you developed give them a stronger market position? Did the website you built become a scalable asset for their growth? For example, you could write, "Beyond the initial 45% sales boost, the new e-commerce platform we built provides a scalable foundation, allowing the client to easily add new product lines and expand into international markets in the future." This shows that you're not just a hired hand for a one-off task. You are a strategic partner invested in your client's future success. This forward-thinking perspective is highly attractive to ambitious clients. So, why go through all this effort? Because case studies are one of the most powerful tools for building trust, establishing authority, and driving new client conversions. When a potential customer reads a case study, they see themselves in the story. They see their own challenges reflected in the client's problem, and they see a clear path to success through your solution. It's not you telling them you're great, it's you showing them. This proof is far more convincing than any advertisement. A strong portfolio of case studies positions you as an expert in your field. It demonstrates that you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk and deliver real, tangible business results. This authority makes it easier to command higher prices and attract more serious, high-quality clients. Once your case study is written, don't just let it sit on your hard drive. You need to put it to work. The most obvious place is your website. Create a dedicated case studies or portfolio section where potential clients can easily find them. Feature your best case study directly on your homepage or services pages to immediately demonstrate your value. But don't stop there. Slice and dice your case study for social media. You can create a carousel post on Instagram or LinkedIn that walks through the challenge, solution, and results. You could create a short video summarizing the project's success. Post it on your blog. The goal is to get as many eyes on it as possible. Here's a pro tip for using case studies that many people overlook. Use them in your follow-up marketing. Let's say you have a potential client who seems interested but hasn't committed yet. Sending them a quick email that says, "Hey, I was thinking about the challenge you mentioned with lead generation. It reminded me of a project I did for another client who was facing a similar issue. We managed to increase their leads by 300%. Here's a quick summary of how we did it." Then you link to the case study. This is an incredibly effective, non-pushy way to follow up. It reminds them of their problem and simultaneously provides a compelling example of how you can solve it. It's a soft sell that builds credibility and can often be the final nudge they need to sign on the dotted line. This simple tactic can reignite cold leads and close deals. So, to recap the entire process, start by identifying a project with amazing, measurable results. Clearly define the client's initial challenge to set the stage. Walk the reader through your step-by-step solution to showcase your expertise. Hit them with the impressive results using hard numbers and percentages to prove your impact. Keep the whole thing concise, easy to read, and focused on the benefits. And finally, show how you set the client up for long-term success, proving you're a strategic partner. Once it's done, add it to your website, share it on social media, and use it strategically in your follow-ups to convert leads into clients. Following this framework will help you create case studies that do the selling for you, building trust, and demonstrating your value in a way that no sales pitch ever could. Start with just one project, write that first case study, and see the difference it makes. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on growing your service business. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about writing case studies. See you in the next one.